Okay, so as you can see, my light is dead. I have my boring room light, and I hate it. I'm sorry. I do have the spare new light that I purchased maybe 2 weeks ago, but right before I put it here, I set it all up and was rearing to go. This piece of caca that's supposed to work decided to work. Isn't it nice? But then today, like right now, it doesn't work. Ah! Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry if I scared you. Anyway, yes, this is the shoe that I shown last time. Hopefully I'll disregard my shoes. Actually, let me, in case I do stupid stuff and decide to showcase my ugly shoe size. You could probably see it in the last live stream, and I was not paying attention because that's what I do now. I will actually remember to put tape over my shoe size because let's encourage shame. I don't know. I just don't want to keep showcasing it because I have giant feet and it sucks. Well, not giant feet, but it's considering my height, it feels kind of big. Anyway, okay, so right now there's no one there. That's fine for now. Okay. Well, the lighting's kind of ew. I know it's bad. It's quite bad. I have a considerable hour ish rearing to go. If you're wondering what the other shoe looks like, it's not much. I don't even have the line art. I have pencils on here, but it's not. I don't know. These are based off two fan arts of Venom that I thought were pretty cool. That I can extend the details to the other side. But yeah, I don't like working on both shoes at the same time because I never did this before. This is my first time. And right now, I am digging this side, but the other side I kind of don't like because I went a bit too much. You want to see? This is kind of ugly. A kind of ugly. Yeah, it's that bad. So, this was originally intentional, and now I regret it because I'm going to be walking in public in this. Would you want to see me walking in public with a really bad paint job? I don't know. Earlier on, when I just did the gradient sunset color scheme, it was fine. Yeah, I had to go. Yeah, I went much. I swear, I went so much on here. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's people. Okay, so that's what I have. Sorry for the lighting. I apologize to my utmost of utmostises, but my light decided to, you know what? I don't feel like working today. You're on your own, lady. So here I am, trying to muster what I can. And yes, would I wear this in public? Would you? I don't know. If it was just the gradient, yes, yes, I would. But now that it's so, it's so much to me. I'm a little embarrassed. I did show a few people on the Instagram lands, and it was very lukewarm. Only, of course, a few of my friends and followers when they have the time. Always appreciated, but in terms of new people, I don't get crap. Okay, I'm just laying it out there. I don't get jack shit with new people. Um, I also looked on what is it, Pinterest, for ideas on what to paint on the shoes. They have some nice stuff. It's always like flowers and landscape, moons and stars, galaxy, um, horror, classic horror movie characters, Harry Potter, Ghibli movies. It's all of that typical fanfare. Someone did one of my friends on the live stream last time suggested I do Ponyo. I hope he doesn't take offense to this because this is clearly not Ponyo, or it could be a Ponyo. It's just she got a lot of teeth this time. Anyway, ugh, what the hell am I doing? Okay, so I guess I can just try to do some cleanup, but no promises. Plus this lighting, I'm so sorry you guys. I cannot emphasize how annoyed I am about this light. I don't want to take the entire live stream ranting about why my lighting is pee pee cockadoo. I will try my best not to focus too much on that. You can help me out as well if you like. It's optional though. So another part in that title that I mentioned I'll get to that in a bit because I don't know. It's just something I saw that was kind of stupid and unnecessarily elitist. I think because as long as it works and you got what you got, you're fine. You don't have to go on this stupid "what's a higher tier than what," But I just think that's so stupid. I'll get to that in a bit. Before that though, I tried earlier today to paint on those Trader Joe's 3.99 bags that you get. The quality's really good, I'll admit that much. But when I tried to paint on the logo, the embroidered logo and the straps of the bag, they absorb fabric paint. I did not know that until today. If any of you have any idea what to do on painting over the straps, like some kind of like base sort of coating to make the paint not get swallowed up by the fabric, feel free to let me know because I have no clue. I did also check the Pinterest land of Pinterest, and it was just super basic stuff on the canvas bag itself, not so much on the strap or the logo. I want to change the colors of the logo because I'm petty, and so I just want to figure out how to seriously customize it without having the paint get swallowed up by the fabric. I already did like 2 layers. It just sucked up everything. It's pretty intense. Um, I would show it, but you wouldn't tell because first this dingy ass lighting, and six, it's you're not seeing much. It just looks like I spilled water paint on the straps. It's pretty dumb. So you're not missing much in that department, I swear. This, on the other hand, oh hello, how you doing? I honestly, this is gonna take a long ass time. I didn't think, uh, because it's my first time. There's always these blurred, blurred paths when it comes to this paint. Like I could have done this way easy. I just should have just done the damn gradient, call it a day, and then I upped and did. I did this, and it looks cool to me, and maybe a few people who, if they like to agree, that'd be great. I appreciate that. Let me back that up a bit. So, for those, my sweet baby chicken nuggets, my paints are falling down. Please excuse my. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a stupid card thing I did. Get out of there, you bum. Okay, sorry. I'm talking about the card, not actual people. It's fine. Oh, nice. Vietnam, that's cool. How is it over there? I assume it's daytime there because it's like past midnight here. Yeah. I hope you like Venom. Fun fact, I haven't really read the comic, I'm sorry. I've heard of him. I know he exists. I watched him in the movie. I don't know how many movies are of Venom in the movies. I only watched the first one, and yeah, but I do like how he was created. I mean, how they made him in the movies. It was pretty neat. So I was like, okay, I appreciate that. And he's kind of funny. He has a few little jabs of comedy here and there. So I get it. Only thing is, after that, I got lazy. Though I did want to paint Carnage as well, and I also found out on a lot of my stories are going to revolve around Pinterest because I'm just there most of the time. Just there's so many pictures. But I also try very hard not to look at the super creative prodigies because it's amazing what they do over there for those who are making and posting on Pinterest. But then after a while, when you're like, oh God, this is all I do. Ooh. And so I have to backtrack and not look too heavy or I will feel bad about myself. It's okay to admit that. All right. I do it all the time. But yeah, if it's too much and then you're starting to feel like, oh gosh, what am I doing with my work? What's the point of it all? Then that's the time, okay, I gotta get out of here before I feel bad and don't want to work anymore. So yeah, I also saw that there is an anti Venom. Is that an actual character or just some schmuck made that character up? Because it's like backwards or inside out Venom. I don't know. I don't know anything about the lore of the Venom and Spider Man. I'm sorry. I know I'm not a fan. I respect those who are though. I'm not. I just like certain things like this guy because he has a lot of details and he eats chicken and people. That's my reasoning anyway. Okay. Maybe I can make his teeth kind of jag out a bit. Also, after I got around not as detailed as this, but maybe like the flat base. I realized I should not have done this painting. Not because I wanted the gradient, well, also that, but because I could have picked another, like his profile, like side view. I think I like that one better than him being like a splooge on a brick wall. I won't draw the brick wall. I'm tired, but yeah, I already was making a whole bunch of mistakes, and but I'm already committed, and so I have to keep going. So if you want to see the other side, oh my god, I feel bad. I don't like this side. I have to cover it with my foot in order to feel less bad. But I don't know. I could also paint over it, but I feel like I'm doing too much. Other problem is what was I thinking? I don't know, brain past brain of me. I. But this one I actually like. This one's not so bad. But I should have probably just stopped around here. And then I was delirious. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let's figure something out with whatever I'm doing here because I only have less than an hour because my family wants to play late night gamings. Like they just played. What the heck? How many more games do you need to play? I'm not a gamer person, so I cannot understand. I'm sorry. Anyway, that doesn't mean I don't play games. It's just I'm not that dedicated. Oh yeah. I mentioned on the last live stream about that what is it? The new Black Myth Jonqui. That one. Oh my god. And it was on a the preview was on 8/20th when they had that preview on the Chinese merch advertisement with 8/20 on the license plate. My oldest brother showed me that and I was like, "Oh, I wonder what happens." And so yeah. And then one of my friends sent me a link of different possible games from Game Science, and I was like, I need to make some fan art for that guy. My friend, he's a really cool friend. I need to say thank you, or maybe just make the ponyo. He suggested. Eventually. Okay, so anyway, sorry. A thought came to my mind, and I need to shut it up sometimes. Oh gosh, yeah. The Black Myth Jonqui. I always have to stop my brain to not say Wukong because I'm so used to saying Black Myth Wukong. It flows off the tongue or some however the heck you say it. However, me and the editor, we are quite miffed about them not proceeding to the next like what's the next part of the Blue Cone story. We want to finish the story. We can't wait. We also heard there's like a whole bunch of chapters that were not able to be budget, financed and plugged with the other chapters. Like, let's do that. No, we have to have an entirely new story. And I was like, what? Who said that? Who said that? And I don't know. Like, they need a good talking to on a sweater. I don't know. I'm trying to not be too violent, but no promises. Um, Sorry, I'm just doing random things because my reference is on my phone and I can't remember to save my life. But I can color it up a little bit more, and then hopefully it won't be too bad. I don't know. So, um, yeah, my husband and I were like, "What? Why didn't they just continue with the story? I'm fine with the story. Who's this new guy?" And some people are saying things not correct during their reactions. I didn't want to watch the reactions. I know they're going to be stupid, but my husband is like, "Oh, I want to see the reactions, and I can't help it if there's other people in there besides just one or two." Like that's not your fault. I'm just like they're kind of annoying. Like, they just won't shut up. Like just watch the trailer, but they have to say something every half split of a second, millisecond, whatever, and it's something so asinine and stupid, and I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear it at all. I just want to watch the trailer. But no, they got to react every single zero point 0.5 milliseconds or some other. I'm like, oh dear sweet. Turkey necks. My God. Just watch the thing. I feel like there are some people out there that refuse to accept that it's okay to be quiet, that you need to have some level of talking or sound, because if it's quiet, it's awkward. If it's quiet, it's not, I don't know, it's not lively, or it's boring, and people feel the need to like fill the silence with unnecessary jargon. I don't like those situations. I don't know if you guys do, but I don't. Okay, if they start going blip, 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 for whatever reason, I just stay quiet. I'm like, I don't, I'm not gonna jump into that unless it's a topic I like. But most times when they're just filling the silence with unnecessary word vomit, I'm like, or gobbledy nonsense, I'm not going to participate. No way in hell. I don't have time for that crap. Where's my water? Okay. I don't mean water to drink. I mean my questionable paint water. Don't drink that. I haven't had an instance where I've actually accidentally drank my paint water. Thank God. Not yet anyway, but hey, man, my brain is getting older and it might raise up that probability. And I hope that will not be the case. Or at least if it happens, it's not on camera. Or I'm not admitting that. Anyway, I swear next time I'm going to set up the new camera, because this piece of work over there gave me hope, and hope left a handful of minutes ago. So I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop getting on that light. I'm sorry, it's gonna be bothering me because I always try to have the best that I can to go on these live streams, because I don't like doing video editing and all that unnecessary stuff. When other people on YouTube do it, fine on them. I respect that because I don't do it. I was like, better you than me. But then when it comes to me, I'm not very good with video editing, and I notice there's always similarities with YouTubers and different kinds of YouTubers. Like if you don't act like that, you're not popular. If you don't act like them, you will not get there's a lesser chance of you know, going along with the algorithm if you're not like everyone else. And I think since the beginning of my existence, I always tend to go the other direction. And it's not always, oh, Miss Unique. It's because, I don't know, let's see what happens. But sometimes there's an algorithm for a reason. It's popular for a reason. And this is probably why I'm not popular. I go the other direction into the crusty, dusty side of the forest just to see what's up over there. Yeah, I'm that dummy. Not all the time. If it's safe, but it's like everyone else isn't going there, then I would try. It's not going to be like do not enter and then I enter. No, no, I'm not that person in the movie. It'd be like a 5 minute movie where like, oh no, someone went missing. Let's go find them. I'd be like, I'll call the police. Dun dun dun. The end. That's it. That's why I would not be good in horror movies. And the police actually show up on time and not the ending credits. That sort of deal. Okay, so oh right, so the rice cooker thing versus pots. I think a while ago I saw on Reels. I think it was Reels. I'm pretty sure there were a bunch of people. I think they're saying rice cookers or rice cooked in pots, which is better. And then there was a whole bunch of Asians. Let's not mince words. I'm not. They were saying, "Oh, rice cookers are the best. They're number one. They, work smarter, not harder," implying that it's a lot of work to use a rice to cook rice in the pot. But then other people who cooked, I think they were mostly Hispanic people, and some Asians too. But well, I'm in the cook rice in the pot people because the past rice cookers we have tend to conk out and stop working, and we got fed up with always buying another one for it to break. So I end up using cook rice in the pot. So the other people who cook rice in the pot, they say the rice tastes better if done right, obviously, and if it's a certain skill to cook rice in a pot. They're kind of right about the skill with rice cookers. Yes, it's smart. I'll admit, I'm not saying it's smarter, but Yes, especially those fancy schmancy rice cookers where they have nice little ring bells and you can adjust it for certain foods and steaming and stuff. But with the cooking with the rice pot, the rice in the pot, I think it's multi-purpose. One reason is it trains you to work harder, not in a bad way, but it trains you to um, keep track of the rice. You have to adjust the heat every so often. And oh, for Filipinos out there, if you're actually watching this, you know, I'm not doing the middle finger, I swear, but like when there's this thing where I'm not sure about Asians in general, but I know Filipinos do this, where they measure the water on top of the rice and they go by the middle finger. I'm pretty sure it was this one. It doesn't work with the rice pot method. When I did that, the rice got nuggety several times. So you have to put like near this one, but like around the middle in between here for me with my rice pot anyway. I'm not saying it's going to work for everyone. You have to kind of calibrate and adjust it yourself, trial and error several times. So you have to figure it out on your own way how much rice you and you don't I don't use measuring cups. I just use like small bowls of rice, 3 or 3.5 cups. Throw it in there, wash it, and then use my finger like up to here, the middle of here, and then that's it. Also, if you don't want your rice to burn, I use those metal rings. I think it's a heat diffuser. You put it on the bottom, put your rice pot on top, cover it, and then heat it up the highest heat. And when it first boils, slightly lower the heat as you go. What my mom does is she's always constantly stirring the rice. You can do that too, but I don't know. I just didn't do that. The only time I did do that was when the rice gets nuggety by accident, and you can fix that by just adding more water, and then that's when you have to mix it around because uh, some of the rice is okay, but the stuff on top it's nuggety and it's gross. So you kind of have to adjust it a little bit more. And again, trial and error until they stop being gross. I mean, nuggety. And then, yeah, I don't know about the taste because rice all tastes the same to me, to be honest. As long as it's cooked right, it's fine. I just didn't like that sense of like this snobby, snooty attitude about rice cookers. I don't like that tone of voice. Okay, so that's probably why they probably don't they won't like me. And I use rice cooker. And another thing about using, I mean, not using rice cooker, I'm sorry, my brain's tired. Using the cooking rice in a pot. Another thing about cooking rice in a pot, it's, I think, more useful, especially if for whatever reason your rice cooker breaks and you have to order it online. Like, for whatever reason, you can't drive, you have to order it online. And while you wait for it to arrive, you have to cook some. And another thing is, if you go live in the hotel for a bit and you have a kitchen set to deal with, and they have what is it, dishes and a pot, you can just go to the grocery store and buy some rice and make rice yourself. Of course, don't go wandering off. You're gonna have to be nearby so you don't set off the fire alarm. Yeah, you also make sure you're not burning stuff and you cause trouble. But I did end up cooking rice in Hawaii. And it never burned. It was cool. So I was like, okay, yeah, and you have to learn how to not and to adjust the heat in different locations. It's not going to be the same as your house, and that's what you do. You don't go like, I can't do anything. I have no rice cooker. Yeah, yeah, use a pot. See, so I'm used. The only downside is I'm the designated cook in the vacation. So I was like, oh, God, I thought I had a vacation from the cooking. Sometimes, but not all the time. But yeah, I think both of them are good for their own separate reasons. But I am used to using pots for cooking rice because I don't have to worry about the rice cooker breaking down. I have to buy another one. They're not cheap either. And if we did settle for cheap, it would break down a lot faster. And my computer, that's the only light I got. Okay, I need to put something on here so it will not be annoying and keep flipping flopping around every 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm not really doing too much on here because it's not gonna look like much because these paints are kind of thin. It doesn't look like it looks like I'm just wiping with a dry brush, but I'm not. It's kind of it's very slow process. That's why I'm kind of annoyed that it's gonna take me longer. And I kind of regret doing this, so I might have to paint over it because it's really. What was I thinking? I feel bad. I'm not gonna do that on the other shoe. I swear. I can paint. Oh, like I may have to look into. There's acetone to remove fabric paint. That is possible. So I will look into that because I don't want to just paint it white and then you just see this on here. It's gonna drive me nuts. Because I saw some artists do that, and I thought, oh, maybe I can do that too. It was fine on this side. This is enough. This is more than enough. But the other side, oh god. Actually, I'll take a break from here. You can, I guess, admire it. The other shoe, meanwhile. Yeah. This is the inside part, so I can't. It's this I have to worry about. Oh god, I don't have the marker. Okay. And I have to go by memory. And my memory is not the best at my lovely age of insert age here. Let me get my thing. Oh boy. Oh no, I think I could use this one. I think I use this one because this one's a little dark. Okay. Also, thank you for the like. I always appreciate it oh so much. Because I get more likes on YouTube than on Instagram. But I don't disregard them in Instagram any less. Just, I do notice there's a lot more traction here than on the Instagram. Then I saw recently a YouTube channel talking about how people are just shamelessly mean and cruel to others online. That is true. I think, and then people read the comments of these mean people and they laugh. And yes, they sound kind of funny, but what if you said that to their freaking face? Would you be laughing? Some people are because of how we are with the internet. But I just think that's just, yeah, that's kind of mean spirited. Oh my god, I'm trying to figure out what the heck did I do? Oh, yeah, because there's a kind of, oh my god. Okay, I see an eye. There is an eye somewhere. I have to find it. So I'm just using acrylic paint markers because it's just a lot easier for me to. And there's no guarantee I'm going to follow through with the original drawing that I have. I just need some level of guidance because I will mess up several times despite what I do. I'm sorry, this is so stupid. I'm so not mad, just kind of cranky about this whole setup of mine because I want things. Well, it doesn't have to be top tier, good quality, amazing, blah blah blah. It's just I just want you to see what I'm doing without problems. But life doesn't work that way over here. Why did I spell that? Sorry, I just need something online so my computer doesn't enter sleep mode and give me even less light because it's also because I have this on dark mode. That's what I did. I'm a dork. Can I adjust this? Blah, blah, blah. Where's my settings? I prefer dark mode because I don't like the glaring light in my face. But in this case, I kind of need it. I forgot how to go. Billing and payments. Oh my gosh. Accounts. Oh god. What? How do you change the what the bloody brip? How do you how does this work? I'm just learning. That's my first day. No, it's not. But I'm like the default when I send it to my just oh. Oh, I have a channel ID. I didn't know that. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. I'm saying this live too. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just being a little cornball, trying to figure out how to change my settings to not dark, and I'm like not doing very well. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. So never mind. I guess we're stuck in the dark right now. Oh my goodness. This marker's not good. Like, I can't even see where I drew. That's how bad. Oh my goodness. I have to look for another one. You're fired. Fired, fired, fired. Maybe pink. I have a pink. Please don't fail me or I will hurl you to the sun in my dreams. Okay, this is a lot better now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a lot better. Oh my gosh. I don't like finding out on the spot the stuff I'm using sucks. It's really embarrassing. Okay, I assume those are the teeth. Yeah, I need to get started on this part of the... shoot, because I have like nothing started whatsoever. It's so embarrassing. So yeah, sorry about my random rice cooker versus rice pot. I mean, pot of rice little thing going on. That's very Asian of me. But I just don't like those elitists. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. My name is DeLeon. It's not my real name, but it's a mishmash of it. Probably. Okay. I have no idea what the heck I drew. That'd be... oh, okay. So this part's supposed to be teeth and gums. It's almost the time to work on pumpkins, too. I already started painting on one of my pumpkins that I should start on. Okay. Nice to meet you. Let's see here. What else can I talk about? Anything that happened recently? Mean-spirited people. Yeah, I think they've always existed, just the internet made it a lot worse. Oh, thank you. Well, it's going to be a lot less pretty when I put Venom's big face on this one, too. But I think he's cute. Probably. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this one is a little bit more messed up, I think. He has more than one symbiote. Whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not that well versed in the Marvel universe anymore. So... oh, I was looking up on a whim about comic books. In particular, they were talking about how this tiny blurb over 20 so years ago, it might have been further. I'm not, no, not 20 years. It was a long time ago, super long time ago, when the X-Men were like practically starting. And then it was like a, just a random blurb about Professor X admitting that he referred to Jean Grey when she was a little girl like his darling or some other, but that turned into like many years later into this thing where they turned it into a story that Professor X was in love with Jean Grey since she was a little girl and said the one I love, and then a friendly clown. I did meet an actual clown. She was cool, so I don't mind as long as they're not messed up somehow. Anyway, um, and then a whole, not a lot of people, but maybe like 7, 8 comments were under that post about why they hate the Onslaught series and how they're like blaming the super particular geeks who point that out and turned it into a story. And I was like, it wasn't that bad. I hope that's not a bot. Okay, so I can't see what the heck I drew. I need my light. Next time, I swear I'll not throw it. Well, I have to throw it out at this point. I will replace this one with the other light because this is really annoying, and my pencils are so dark. What the heck? While I like to blame old age, in this case, no, I have bad lighting, and I have my glasses on, so I have no excuse. So what the heck did I draw here? Oh my god, I'll be so mad if it turns out it's so way off. Oh, all right, good to know. That's a pretty cool profession. I don't I don't talk bad about most people's professions. Money's money, and if it works for you, it works for everyone. So that's cool. I respect that. Only certain jobs where it's like, okay, that's a bit. Then I'll be all like, what's going on here? But clowns aren't one of them. I think they're cool. Oh gosh, what is that? I forgot what the heck I know it's Venom, but this one's a lot more tricky. I'm trying to like yeah, cuz it's like all of this like tendrily stuff on his body is like going in different directions like similar to this one. I'm trying to be consistent, but at the same time, I think I will make this one a sort of less, but no guarantee depending on where everything goes. I am not sure, to be honest. But oh my god, it's already getting dirty. I didn't even wear it. Oh, it's my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. Okay. But I'm not going to start painting on this one because my reference is in my phone. I'm not good with memory. So, good luck with that. All right, that's pretty cool. Yeah, hopefully they feel better after whatever stuff they're going through. A little help with that always is nice when it's needed. I don't know. Some people may not want help. Hey, man. Some people can be like that. Anyway. Oh my god, what's going on here? I don't remember what. I definitely have to look. What the heck I did on here. What did I do on the other side? Okay, so I guess I have more stuff here. Yeah, I just did chicken scratches at this point. Sometimes online, I also see like this lady got scammed out of $850 because she thought she was talking to Brad Pitt. I was like, oh. Like, I thought Brad Pitt's super crazy, ridiculously wealthy. What does he need? That's another thing. If celebrities do contact you and beg for money, I'd be like, no. Like, if anything, you're rich enough to give me money. Okay, I'm not that kind of person. Okay, I'll ham it up to some degree, but then when they start involving money, I was like, oh, what the hell? What is that? What's your angle? Especially if you're trying to pose off as see, this is why I don't deal with celebrity worship. I don't worship a single damn celebrity. I don't care about that stuff unless they're here to like fix my toilet, file my taxes. I don't give a crap about them. Okay. Or we want, or you can hang out, and just have some pizza and burgers and barbecue or whatever they want to eat. I don't, that isn't super fancy. Hey, I'm down for that. And until then, They don't care about me, I don't care about them. Except I appreciate some of their movies when it's actually, if it's actually good, and then that's about it. I don't have to worship their behinds for anything. But then some of these people like, oh, I love this celebrity. Oh, they're actually talking to me. Oh, they're going through some hard times. I better give them $100,000 because their girlfriend left them and trying to hang them dry and sue them for whatever. Like what? Yeah, that's how elaborate these lies get to. And then they're like, oh, they're in the hospital. I got to pay for their hospital bills, right? And they show a picture of like really, really poor Photoshop or whatever the heck they used with, I don't know. It's just, if you see those social catfishing videos long enough, it's like, oh my God. And I think I talked about it before, but it's just like, my God. I want to feel bad for some of these people, and I do, but some of them, oh my God. Especially those who have multiple scammers. Yeah, that another kind are those scammers. Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Some money is good, but for the sake of other people's happiness is also a nice little bonus, I think. Well, not really a bonus, but it's cool. Anyway, yeah, those scammers. I think they're drifting away from gift cards. I mean, I think they're still asking for gift cards, which I think is stupid. I don't like buying gift cards. So if they ever try to target me to buy gift cards, I'm like, no, you buy the gift cards. I ain't buying shit. um, the other thing is, yeah, like I think they target people who are super devout in religion or whatever, or they believe in kindness and goodness, and I want to help my fellow man. Don't help those people, okay? They will lie to through the teeth to get you to stop and think about, oh, maybe I should give them money. Like, no, 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 don't do that. And I think to some degree they end up getting addicted to giving them money just because I want to help you out. I want to do this. I want to meet and have this love story to tell the ages. And like, no, you don't. You need to put that money back in your wallet and block that piece of caca. There's a kindergarten circus. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. I assume that's a long time. Okay. Um, I don't know what they're talking about, but yeah, that's good. I don't like being rude about such things, but at the same time, it kind of throws me off when I'm trying to talk about things. Even though it's not much, I'm just trying to say what I go while I do this. Because if I talk about the entire process on how I don't know, I especially in this case where I have to make things up as I go. All right, okay. So it was a long time ago. But yeah, I mentioned time and time again, I'm not good at talking about art stuff. It's one thing where I draw it, that's fine. But actually talking about it and all the time, that's not me. I know that about myself because I did the few times I joined like art groups, art communities, and they are very heavily immersed, so dedicated to their craft. I have nothing but respect for them, and I wish I can be like that to some degree. But for me, and talking about that stuff, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't do it. I don't know enough. I went to art history class. Don't know. It's shit. Yeah, yeah. I'm not those people. I'll look at the art. I'll be like, oh, I wish I can do that, and I can low key geek on certain things, especially like at the of the Shenyang Forbidden City, where how they came up with stuff without any freaking stupid internet and stuff, and they had all this time in the world to make and crazy, incredible palaces. Yeah, I'll geek out on that, but that's as far as it goes. Otherwise, I don't know. Yes, I sound dumb, but that doesn't mean I am dumb, okay? Just certain things I'm not very well versed in. So I go to the next best thing and just go from there, which is talking about random things I see and hear online, in real life, this and that. Okay, well, I have no idea what I did here. What am I doing? I'm painting on shoes. That's basically it. Sorry if it comes off as kind of rude, but I just say it like that. I'm just painting shoes, and it's of Marvel's Venom, but because of my technical difficulties with my elusive lighting, does it it decided to not work, and so I'm working on not dark lighting, but who said anything about me being ugly? I don't know where that came from, miss, but I didn't say that. I'm talking about the lighting. Right now, the lighting here is not working because it decided to not. So I have to settle for whatever the heck I have. And I'm not sure if I'm doing it right because I don't have my reference with me. I'll be upset if I'm talking to a bots. Yeah, and I did not. Let's not put words in each other's mouth, please. Okay, so I'm just filling up the lines here that I filled and watch it be wrong. I think that'd be kind of funny. But I can still paint over it, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. I totally forgot what I did. This is pretty funny. Funny to me. It's no guarantee other people think it's funny, but I think it is. Okay. So, to the best of my lackluster memory, this is what's going on. Oh my goodness, why did I? Nice. I remember vaguely. This was just last night. I was just doing this with this part of the shoe. Why do I do things sometimes? I don't remember. Okay. Yeah, I'm also recently acknowledging that my memory is like not, it decides to not work when it feels like. And no, it's not like a debilitating. No, it's just I have to remember more, and then more things I'm supposed to remember falls out somewhere, and I'm not super like I don't remember my name, not to that extent, thankfully. Just like I have to get a bowl in one room, and I come out with 2 cups, and I was like, do I have 2 cups with me? But yeah. Oh, I'm looking at some things on YouTube now. Let me. Okay, be quiet. Okay, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the app. My God, they still use Muppets. I'm surprised. Okay. Thank you. I'm just trying to remember what I drew on here, and I'm just going by the lines. At the same time, I forgot exactly what they are. And technically, I don't have to adhere to the exact reference. I can dabble in, dare I say, going rogue and trying other things. But so, yeah, I did that, and this is what happened. Let's have a review. Yeah, this is what happens when I go rogue. So I'm gonna see if I can find out how to remove this because I'm regretting every bit of this. And I did try to do a somewhat gradient, like it's disappearing, which is kind of neat. But I'd rather not have it. So I'm gonna see if I can remove it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't mind this part too much. I can still clean it up a bit. Other than that, I'm gonna have to politely remove it. Okay. And this one I totally forgot what I did. Oh, wait. So there's some stuff here too. Oh, good to know. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to think what else I can talk about. Most of these extra late night live streams, I have no script or bullet points. I just go and see what happens. I'm just glad I remembered the rice cooker one because I would forget even if I wrote in the title. I think maybe 1 or 2 instances I wrote this something of what I'm supposed to talk about on based on the title or my description, and then when I finish what I did on my live stream, revert back to rewatching it. I realized I forgot what I was supposed to talk about. That's how bad it was. Thank you. Sorry, it's a little late, so if I sound a little bit short, it's because it's a little late. I did take a nap though earlier today because I didn't go out. Today was fishing day, but I had a cold, and so I got an excuse to stay home. And that's how I managed to get more progress in the shoe rather. But I eventually fell asleep because I was like, oh, I am kind of tired. So I did take a tiny nap and then resumed. I don't know. I notice I get distracted easily with this project because oh shoot, where did I put the cover? Oh, fart. Oh my god, this is my life. I was like, where's my cover? In the paint. Where you put it, dork. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I would like to be number one, but I've seen a lot of artists that are so yeah, they're better than me. I know. I cannot mince words on that. And while I want to say that's not okay, it is okay to be better than to be to know that there are people better than you. But at the same time, I don't like to think too much on that. It's okay to acknowledge them, but if you think too hard and then realize, oh, what's the point of doing all this work, then you don't want to do it anymore. I've mentioned this before. Then you don't want to do it. So if you start thinking like that, I just stop looking at their stuff. And it's not like, oh, I'm not supporting the artist. If they have hundreds and thousands of followers, they don't need me, okay? If they go to me, that's a whole other story. I'll support you. But like, what's the point of supporting someone if they don't support you, you know? Okay. Oh, what's on my leg? Okay. Oh yeah. What kind of artists or what kinds of things do you do or make? It's quite a huge, extensive. They have a lot of things going on in art. I want to say only painting and drawing, but there's a lot nowadays. That's one thing good about the internet. A lot of people talk bad about internet, like, I want to go back to when there's no internet, and we can have saltwater taffy in the library, and use, what are those things called? Not calling card. Those, stupid cards to help you look for your books. Oh my god, I hated that. I had to learn how to use those books. I mean, those cards to look for your book, and I'm like, oh my god. I know how to do it, but it's hella complicated and so unnecessary. But yeah, but I like libraries though. I don't like that card thing, but I like libraries still. But yeah, one thing about the internet that's cool is you learn about a lot of things besides what you know of in terms of art. Like there's all this sorts of things. Like you can make things out of cardboard. I didn't know that. You can do um, minimalistic DIY crafts. I didn't know that till I went on the internet. I only thought handicrafts were just things you do at camp and popsicle sticks and jeans and oh my god, they were kind of ugly. I'm sorry to say. So I did look down on crafts until I saw some online that looked like, oh, that looks like I would have it as decor in my house. Yeah. So I changed my mind about what is it? Crafts back then. All right, that's cool. What kind of crafts? I think I mentioned before, I do needle felting. And what else? I used to paint on glass a little bit, but it's more like small glass jars, nothing like on the windowsill. No, it's not like that. Because I worry I can't see what I'm looking at. I think some YouTubers paint on windowsills, but I think I would get bored and want to have something else. That's another thing. Sometimes with art things, I like, but I wanted the option of putting it down and putting up new work. Certain surface areas that are permanent, like walls and windows and doors, I would not want to paint on them with pictures just because I would honestly get bored. Oh, pottery's cool. I only did pottery in high school. That's because they had their kiln. And I don't have a kiln. I don't have the time to do that. Oh gosh, it's almost time for me to get on out. So yeah, now my brain froze again, damn it. Oh yeah, yeah, internet stuff. So while I understand, while there are some things online that is awful, like really mean people or doxing or the whole thing about AI and being spied on with your whatever the heck you do online, and there's some level of no privacy and government IDs, and um, no one wants to go out and enjoy life as is. They just want to stick their faces on the phone all day. I get that, okay? Everyone and their grandmama has been saying that since day one. I get it, okay? The other side is there's some things I wouldn't have known if I have internet. So I appreciate a lot more now. Up even now, I still appreciate it. Some people also talk about how TikTok has ruined lives, blah blah. Instagram has ruined lives, blah blah. No, it did not. You totally have a choice of not going on there. They're not forcing you. It's addictive, but it's still not forcing you. And you don't even have to look at the influencers. You can totally just look on Instagram without stupid influencers in your face. Only reason why I know about influencers making a big fuss or other people talking about them, and that's as far as I go. I'm not gonna actively seek out influencers. They're like in their 20s, and I'm like, what do you have to influence for? Anyway, same with TikTok. People are keep talking about how TikTok is ruining lives. I'm like, you can uninstall it, right? You don't have to. Gosh, it's a matter of choice. Yes, yes, addiction. Yes, I get it, but you totally can just uninstall it, or you have choices, and if you're gonna make that choice, okay, then that's on you. And there might be like severe cases, okay, I'll give those a pass, but for the most part, yeah, you don't have to be on TikTok, you don't have to be on Instagram, you don't have to be on buttbook, I mean Facebook. But people make it sound like you're hogtied and forced to doom scroll for the rest of your life. No, you're not. Wow, that sounds very elaborate, but very cool at the same time. I know I was talking bad about popsicle sticks earlier on, but that was when I was in my stupid head about not caring about handicrafts. But I have seen people who use popsicle sticks for very elaborate craft, and then yeah, if you can make it well, I'll freaking appreciate it, no matter how whatever materials you use. Not like before, but now I'm like, oh wow, I wish I can do stuff like that. But I don't have space for it. That's the other thing. Okay, I have to wrap things up because my family's like, when are you getting up? Well, they're not saying it now, but I told them in an hour. But I didn't start till kind of late, so I have a few minutes left, and I gotta get on out. Oh, gosh, I was supposed to go on Friday, but I was painting shoes and doing other stuff. So yeah, yeah. I wish I can do crafts more, but it turned me into a hoarder. Oh my god, 10 minutes. That's not bad. Really not bad at all. Anyway, the yeah, I used to do crafts a lot more because I was not into drawing for a long while, like several years. I will draw things, but it's not like before when I was like enjoying drawing. I just needed to get a drawing done and then move on with life. That was about it. But then I didn't want to give up entirely on art anything. And then it was my husband who got me into crafts, or rather polymer clay. And then I did that. But I had to stop because I had my kid, and I can't put my dirty clay hands in his mouth if he had something, he's choking on something. So I had to compromise. And I think some people don't like that kind of mindset where they have to give up certain things for their children or child. I'm not like that. It depends on the situation though, but like I just exchange that for something else that won't make my hands dirty, like needle felting or even paint. I'm not that messy. See, like even here, like this is dirty for me. That's it. So even that's fine. But like if you have big gobs of paint all over your hands, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So handicrafts, I was able to do more because they were not as dirty. With needle felting especially, so I did a lot of needle felting back then, and hand sewing things. So I was able to not entirely give up art, uh, um, or just jump to something else, which is totally not bad at all. Because I've heard of some people who just give up doing their own hobbies because I had children, I have a job. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand that totally. I totally get that. But if I do have the chance, I will make art because it's the only thing I'm good at. Oh yeah, yeah. I have that too. Sometimes with arts, it's kind of like an escape. It can be therapeutic at times, and you don't have to think too much on what's going on in the real world. And you just make something and get something pretty neat out of it. Oh my god, the camera, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how it was like blurry this whole time. Shoot. I would use white, but I had a gradient going on. I'm trying to be consistent, but no promises there. Yeah, sorry if I sound kind of mean sometimes. I think just how I sound with my voice, it can be a little bit off-putting because I'm a little loud. A little. Well, actually, talking real life, I'm pretty okay. Anyway, yeah, I think people should do more art stuff. And I think that's what helped me not be totally immersed in the online world because I'm always doing art stuff. Yes, I post it. Yes, I share it, but I don't take it too seriously. Um, but I do wonder if I am wasting time sometimes when not a lot of people look at my stuff. Meanwhile, they look at memes and doom scrolling and all that crap. And I'm like, well, if no one looks at my stuff, why bother? Same time though, I like what I do, so that's ultimately it. But at the same time, when there's like little to no growth in the Instagram, what is the point? Just go to YouTube. With YouTube though, like I mentioned, there's a lot more rules. I can't have as much more fun with the music. There is music, but a lot of the stuff I like, they don't have shorts for those. So if they don't have a short number counts, I cannot use it because it's most likely you're gonna get flagged after if you use it. Unless it's in the within the 1 minute mark, then maybe it's okay. But as long as they have a short number use count, then it should be fine. At least that's what I learned. What does that sound? Oh, nice. Like it's okay for other people to be loud, but if I look for chips or paint, oh my gosh. Anyway, all right, I should try to do tiny details and call it a night. I can't hang around here as long as last time, guys, because people like to be impatient. Well, right now they're busy with something, so I can take advantage a tiny bit. What I do like about these markers, this is the thinnest tip I have, though it's a brush type. But yeah, you have to be kind of careful so you don't have big giant gobs of like acrylic paint marker. I need to remember to buy more. What the heck? I don't even know what brand this is. I forgot, but I should have it on my Amazon. And I like that I don't have to shake the freaking marker. I hate that. That's what I hate about Posca. They glorify Posca to no end, but I don't like having to activate the marker. I think it's a waste of time. These don't, but I think the coverage is not as good as Posca. But right now it's doing great, so yay. Okay. Yeah, the tiniest of the tiniest details I'm trying to work on, but no guarantee it's gonna. Watch I do this and turns out it's wrong. that is also that's also possible. Holy crap. Oh, that's a long time. Wanna know how old I was drawing? Not like this, of course not, but I started drawing since I was about 2. I don't know why. I just remember script. I think one of the first memories I had with drawing was scribbling on my older siblings' fairy tale books, and it wasn't just like Disney. It was like those really fancy looking um, paintings of people, kind of storybooks. I don't even know. I missed that book. I need to look for it. It should be on eBay somewhere, but I don't even remember the title because I think that I might have ripped the cover. And so, yeah, I remember liking the drawings in that fairy tale book in particular that I would try to draw on top of the book. I remember just scribbling on it like a crazy person. I mean, when you're 2, it's okay to be a crazy person. But yeah, I remember drawing on my siblings, older siblings' storybooks. They did not like that. I'm pretty sure they did not like that, but I did anyway. Um, but yeah, I was, and I'm not saying, oh, I drew like a masterpiece when I was saying, no, it was just scribbles and circles on with pencil, nothing special at all. But I did remember wanting to draw as far back as 2 years old. And there was literal proof on that book. Just, I don't know what happened to that book. It's somewhere in this friggin' house. It would be great if I can find it, but no promises. And then, um, I would bother my siblings to draw me characters from the Gumby show, that clay animation, claymation cartoon, or yeah, I think that started in the 50s, but they showed it again in the 80s and 90s for whatever reason, and I wanted my siblings to draw Gumby, Preckle, Pokey, what's that blue girl, and that bee. But I didn't like the blockheads because they were the bad guy. That's all I remember. And then I'm trying to remember, so long ago. It's pretty hard. But one of the first episodes kind of freaked me out, like when they were in, like they had to bake bread and the dough was alive. I don't know why that creeped me the hell out. I don't like doughy things for some reason. Which animated movie? There's several. I assume you don't mean the one during Disney, because that's like what, in the 30s or 40s. I'm not too well versed in Disney lore either, I'm sorry to say. But if you worked on an animation in general, that's great. I did not work in animation. It's because I don't want to, because I've seen stories of people admitting they hated working in animation. Not all of them, maybe some of them like it, but they have had testimonies of some animators just hating their job, but not all of them. I don't know. Plus, I think they're overworked and underpaid. I've heard of that. But it sounds appealing outside of the industry, but inside, I've heard a lot of complaints about the animation industry, but maybe some of them actually like it. I don't know. I haven't been there, so but it would be cool, but it's not for me. I like drawing, but not to that degree, unfortunately. And if you notice, I don't do animations. No, it's not for me. But I respect those who do it, though. Okay, good to know. That was a long time ago, though. But okay. Okay, so anything here? Maybe I just do tiny ones here. Then I gotta wrap it up for sure, cause it's already past an hour. I'm reaching my quota. I reached my quota of how long I can be here. Okay, this is not too bad. But I think I need to put purple. I don't. I have purple, but I gotta look for it. Okay, yeah, the high when certain highlights start coming together, then it looks really nice. So I do like. Okay, there's hope. There's hope after all. Good to know. Okay, thank you. Have a good night or morning or wherever you are. Have a good one too. Thanks for showing up. I always appreciate it. And good luck with that job you have that you mentioned earlier and your arts and crafts. I always appreciate those who also do the same things too with arts and stuff. I know, sorry if I sound mean sometimes. It's just sometimes that's how I sound. I try not to, but sometimes it doesn't it don't work out. It kind of reminds me of that that comedy sketch of the guy in Kids in the Hall, where he is diagnosed with being sarcastic, and he can't stop being sarcastic, so people take him the wrong way, but that's just how he sounds. I'm sort of sure, I'm not saying it's a real thing, but I'm pretty sure I sound like that. That sounds awful. And I try not to, but sometimes people can't tell if I'm lying or serious. At least two people told me that I sound like that. So I'm like, oh, maybe that's a bad thing. Yeah, yeah. Take care. No problem. And again, thank you so much for stopping by when you can. Okay. Nice sandwich. Okay, so let me show what I. Doesn't look like I did much, but okay. Oh my god, this thing is. I hate my no light thing. So this is what I have so far. Ah, thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. I'm a little embarrassed if I have to wear this in public. Not because I don't like it. It's just because there's so much going on. I think if it was a t-shirt, I would definitely wear it. But as a shoe, I'm not sure. Especially if I stepped on poo by oh my god, if I stepped on poo with these shoes, I would be pissed off. But yeah, I want to try to add some highlights, but based off the gradient that I have, so it's not only pink. I also have purple and some level of blue because I don't want to lose my gradients that I did. And for those of you tuning in, yeah, I have this. I have to clean these areas up. I was starting to work on it, but you can tell from the paint it's going to take a while because the layers are not very opaque. They're quite transparent. And I worry that even if it's like that, when it dries, it might be kind of chunky. So I'm a little concerned. And then I will see if I can fix this. I don't like this part. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I was dealing with this, but I kind of regret it. I tried to like, oh, let's have it disappear, and I'm going to have to tr- try to figure out how to get rid of it. But yeah, other than that, this is still rough. I am aware of that, but I think once I clean it up by a lot, it should look okay. And oh my god, I messed up here. Ew, sorry. As for the other shoe, I forgot what I did. But that does not mean this is concrete, like this is the final decision. It's going to change as I paint, but I do need some level of guideline going on, and I kind of forgot what I drew, so it's like, oh, what the heck is that? But yeah, I do like the process so far. It's just sometimes if you go too much and then you want to, oh, where's the undo button? It ain't gonna happen here until you figure out how do I get rid of the sin against nature that I did. But yeah, I gotta go now. What did I talk about? Let me put this sucker here. I talked about rice cookers because my Asian was showing, and then talking about mean people online. But the whole thing about the internet being destroying everything that's considered well and good, but I don't think that is totally true. There are some good things on the internet. You just have to look for it, but because it's a lot harder and not as um it doesn't stand out as much as bad news, clickbait, angry clickbait and all that stuff. They kind of get swallowed up by all the bad stuff. So it's really hard for people to realize there are good things happening. It's just people don't think they're as important as the trash, the annoying stuff, the mind rot. So you have to look for that stuff. That doesn't mean good things don't exist. You have to actively look for it. People don't want to do that. Heck, I don't want to do that sometimes. But when you're sick of all the bad news and everything's horrible, why am I here? You have to look for the good news. Otherwise, my God, it's so easy to just fall in that slump of not wanting to do anything. Really easy nowadays, especially. But for me, because I draw, I need to not stop, or I can totally just quit. I don't have to do it. I totally don't have to do this at all. But I like it a lot, and it's a really good hobby, and it's the only thing I'm good at. But anyway, this is also the first. Oh yeah, this is also the first time I painted on shoes. what do you think? But I think it's a bit too much because I don't know if I would wear this in public. Would you wear this in public? Like, seriously, like, you're not embarrassed at all. There's no shame. You would totally wear this. Because I'm not too loud with my clothes outside of the house. I am a little bit embarrassed, but I will try. I just also don't want it to get dirty. That's another thing. Like, oh, I did so much work. I don't want to like get soiled outside of this freaking house, you know. But yeah, it also helps. I told someone earlier. It helps that I already painted Venom, so I painted him about 4 times. I want to. Yeah, I painted him about 4 times. This is my fifth time, so it does help that you had some experience painting what you have on something new. Otherwise, well, it's a risk if you're not very familiar with the subject you're painting. Right, so that'll be it for now. Sorry for the lighting. I know I'm apologizing like broken record, but next time for sure I will see if my brand new light will work and we can find out together next weekend. So also before I go, the scheduling is a lot more lax. So it's either Friday/Saturday or Saturday/Sunday, like today, because this is just a bunch of extras and I am more popular around this time. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you for having me. Thank you for watching. This is the Delion. Please excuse my orange. Also, my shameless plug for the night. If you want to see more of my work, please go on the Delion on Instagram. I like doing this ghetto stuff because I think I miss this kind of stuff. All these fancy graphics. Yeah, yeah. Oh, also I'm lazy, but and it forces me to use good handwriting. Oh yeah, this is good handwriting. Yeah. So my Instagram is the Delion. It's like one word. Just if you want to see more work there and not steal it, feel free to go check it out. If you have one and want to follow or whatever, that's totally fine. But if you're gonna spam me with weird stuff, just save yourself the trouble, go somewhere else. But yeah, 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 it's totally fine. Thank you for having me. Have a great night, great rest of your weekend. I'm a go now. Take care, and I'll see you again sometime next weekend. Okay, bye bye.